Hello everybody and welcome back to Keep It Real episode number 33, and I'm excited about this one because we are moving the cows into the new home. I've been planning this for quite some time. Look at the size of the wheels on this thing. They're absolutely mad. They only just fit inside the driveway. Anyway, sorry, carried away then. I've been planning this for a while actually, so I am quite excited to get the cows moved into their new home. Now, it's going to need a little bit more than what we've been giving them. So, it's going to need food, obviously, the standard stuff. Hey, we don't even have to put water in there anymore. That's amazing. But, we do need to organise some straw. Now, for here and now, I kind of want them to get producing manure, which is another whole new thing that we need to do in a moment, but to even think about that, they need to have straw. And realistically, it'd be pretty harsh of me to not give them a bit of straw bedding, wouldn't it, really? Putting them in that that cow barn with that solid concrete floor without any straw or anything soft on the floor, that's not ideal, is it? Not really. So yeah, we need to organise straw. And we're just going to have to buy it, by the way. I don't know whether or not, it'd be quite interesting to know actually if things like straw bales came up in the used shop. Because I know it started putting some kind of pallet products in there. That would be cool. That would definitely force me to stock up on certain bales. That is for definite. That would be really cool actually if it did do that. But I don't know if it does. Anyway, a few little things I need to do because I've kind of... Wow, I don't want to keep saying... I better turn the engine off actually. I don't want to keep saying I've neglected the animals because that sounds bad. But I haven't checked in on them as much as I would do normally. So let's just have a little peek. Now, we're in the vicinity. Obviously, I'm just going to access it through the pause menu anyway. Just want to see what the duck situation is like. So, what have we got? Wow, that's quite promising though, I must say. Right, so there's 5 male ducklings, which are 2 months old, so they must be pretty new. 10 female ducklings there, which are 0 months old. They must have just... And another 8 there. We need to grow them up. We need to look after them. Yeah, that's good. So hey, hang on a minute. We've got 22 female ducks here now. Yeah, that's pretty good. So really what we want to do is get rid of the males. So there's 8 males there and there's 5 in the other one. We can only... I think we can get rid of 8 at a time, I think. You can lift this up. Oh, knock my shovel over. Better move that a moment. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's try and do this. Cool. Quite excitable, these little ducklings, aren't they? Right, let's try again. Somewhere here is a trigger. Somewhere. There we go. Where? Oh, okay. Right, that was to buy more. I don't want to do that. Let's move it back. Must be about here. There we go. Pretty sure the transport crate takes 8. And one of these was 8. Was that the one that's 8? So select 5. No, we'll leave them there. Trying to figure out which ones are worth more, but does that really matter? Not really. Right, let's select them. I'm pretty sure there's 8 of those. Right, move to trailer. Yeah, cool. So you can actually do... Oh, look at those little cuties. You can actually do 8 at a time. So we're gonna do that. That's one thing to do. So if I leave it kind of there, I won't forget it. I will still forget it, but there is a good chance I won't now. So that's fun. God, they're noisy as well, aren't they? As soon as I said that, they stopped making noise. Anyway, right, let's just go up here. Now, we possibly might have had 2 spawn. No, but they are close to it. It must be these ones. Yeah. They're not too far away from spawning, but that's fine. Now, the cows up here, they need to go into the new home. But I think it's only fair we put the straw in and we put some hay in ready, I think. Yeah, part of me was thinking maybe I should buy a bale of silage, but no, it's extra money. We don't have the money to kind of waste like that. And to be honest, I haven't actually done that slight tweak which Northern Family Farms helped me with, but I haven't actually done it, the XML, so they're not even accepting silage yet. Anyway, I do need to get that done, you know. I do keep forgetting, but probably in time for, well, the next couple of episodes we'll probably start cutting and producing our own silage, so I need to get it done soonish, really. Just want to remind myself, actually. It's been a few days since I did this. It does look really good, doesn't it? I didn't even notice it had little windows. Can you see him through there? Oh, you can even sort of see him through the bottom. Cool, I like it. I left the lights on though, that went out my bills. Oh, nice. Standing on a little ledge. That is cool, isn't it? Such a good little barn. Now, yeah, what I'm thinking is, I do need to do a bit of a better job smoothing that, really. And I'm going to put a wall up along all down the left-hand side. And then, just to kind of simulate that the ground is sort of level with the wall, I'll just fill it with various bushes and things. Now, that, because it's just for licks, I don't know whether or not I should charge myself to do that. I kind of wish you could put a wall in and just put the ground up to the wall, almost like you would do like for a retaining wall. But the game doesn't allow you to do it. It kind of, with the mod not installed, it doesn't even go anywhere near the wall. With the mod installed, which allows you to just landscape anywhere, it just landscapes through the walls. So it's a bit annoying. It's limitations of the game again. There's not really much I can do about that. But yeah, certainly needs to be leveled off a bit. Do you know what? I can't believe I left it looking like that. Look how bad it is. Did I leave it like that in the last episode, or has it changed a little bit? I don't know. Sometimes when you reload this map, it seems to have done a few random things here and there. But this is cool. And then that obviously will be our eventual path. So I like it. I do like it. Anyway, right, enough talking. I've just reminded myself where we were at. Obviously, in the meantime, I've kind of, say, taken on board. It's not really the right thing. I haven't taken on board, but I have started a new series. I'm not... Series? Is it going to be a series? I don't know, actually. To be honest, it is relatively popular. So, I'm currently doing this now. I've just finished work at 10 o'clock in the evening of Monday. So, I am recording this. It's about, I don't know, what is it? About 11:15 now on Monday. And the episode of Farmer's Life, it's not The Farmer's Life or A Farmer's Life, it's literally called Farmer's Life. But that came out today, as in Monday. And I'm not going to lie, it has started off really well, you know. It's on about 250 views. It's only been out a few hours. So that is a promising start. But it's not always about views, is it? It's not always about me doing something that's just going to get loads of people involved. It's more about the people who are already watching, you guys that kind of follow the roleplay or this series that like Keep It Real. It's whether or not, you know, it's interesting to other people who already watch the channel. And of course, it's got to be enjoyable for me, which it is. So for that reason, I'm going to carry on playing it. But for that very same reason, I don't know if I'll carry on recording it. We'll see how it goes. But what it has done is it's kind of temporarily taken my mind off the progression of this series. And I obviously don't want to do that. I don't want to do anything to the detriment of, you know, the things that have kind of got me that little bit of popularity already. So I can't forget my roots, I guess I could say. Can't forget my roots. This is still a priority. It was amazing, I'll tell you, to do Farmer's Life or Farmer's Life without really editing. So I kind of recorded it, and the only editing I did was to put my intro in right at the very beginning, and then I uploaded it. It was amazing. It's about 40 minutes of gameplay, about 7 or 8 minutes actually adding my intro to it, then maybe half an hour to kind of fully scale and put the bitrate up as much as I could through the editing software. A couple of hours to upload to YouTube, and it was done. No more than that. Amazing. It's probably the quickest video I've ever done and released. And is pretty damn popular as well. So I'm not going to lie, the whole concept of it does appeal to me, because time is important, I guess, especially as I'm getting close to Christmas, that is for sure. So yeah, I jumped onto a live stream which FSG was doing, and obviously, you know, FSG is one of those it's one of those names that's quite well known, isn't he, in the world of Farming Simulator and creating content. Most people know FSG. You know, he does very well for himself. I think he's got 70 or 80,000 subscribers. No, pretty good. Pretty good. And his content is good. I make some references towards FSG once in a while, actually, just to try and well, I say wind him up. I don't do it to wind him up, because I highly doubt he watches any of my videos, but I do like to make little comments to see if I get a reaction. You never know. But interestingly enough, in his live stream, so I just sent a comment. You know, there's a nice big farm show coming up here in January, so in the new year, and it's in Birmingham in the NEC. Which for me, you know, down in Cornwall, it's probably 4.5, 5 hour drive. But I've been contemplating going to it. But I just messaged in his live stream just to say, are you going by any chance? Because I know there's a lot of, you know, the bigger farm sim YouTubers are going. DJ and kind of all of those guys, Farmer Cop, I think they're all flying over from America. And when I commented, I was kind of taken back, because he kind of responded on his live stream like he knew who I was. You know, and he was saying, I'm surprised your logo's not on the main page, and yeah, it'd be good to see you there. And I'm thinking, how does this guy even know who I am? But yeah, so that was quite nice. That was quite humbling. You never know. Maybe in the world of YouTube, he's stumbled across my name and my logo before. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? I already feel like, you know, where else? Where else in the world can you just kind of go to work, be a normal dad, do normal things, and then kind of come home and interact with people all over the world? I think it's pretty damn cool, you know. And that's got to be, regardless of the kind of little bit of money that people can earn through YouTube, I just think the fact that you can interact and talk to so many different people from so many different places, I think it's amazing. And that is what I appreciate more than anything, I think. Anyway, right. Let's get rid of these ducks. Come on. I know it's here somewhere. Right, select. And we will sell them. Yes. Lovely. Now, they were $1 each. So, do I replace them with more ducks? Thing is, they're $6 each, aren't they? I think I'm gonna though. I think I am gonna, so I'm gonna get 8 of them instead. Buy that. Yes. Good. There we go. We've got some nice fully grown ducks, which will magically change colour in a moment. They're interesting looking ducks, aren't they? I don't think I've seen them like that, kind of like gold breasted. Anyway, right. We need to take them back now. So that's chore 1 done of the day. Now we're going to go via the shop. The reason I pushed that as far back as I could kind of reach was because I need to get straw bales. Now I'm kind of hoping, I don't know, can I buy small handheld bales? I'm hoping I can. But I don't know, you know, actually saying that. I don't know if I can. I'm sure there's a mod that allows you to do it. I might, if it doesn't let me, I might just, let's pull over here actually. Let's go here, because we've got the trailer with us, so let's tuck ourselves in a bit just so the other customers can get past. Yeah, I might have to nip out really quickly and activate an extra mod if it doesn't give me the option for handheld ones. I don't know. But as I am here, let's just check in the used, see what is available. I'm pretty sure this has all been here before. Okay, these were here before, I remember. So it's only actually added one additional thing, which is the front loader. I wonder if there's a limit then. Or maybe we just need a fresh new month to kind of remove all of that. But yeah, it's only added one thing, and if I remember correctly, it only added a couple of things in the last time as well. Maybe it's reached its limit and it needs to refresh itself. I don't know. Right. bales. These are just big bales, aren't they? Okay. I don't even know how big they are. 9,000 litres. Wow, what are they? So it will cost you £710 for 5,000 litres. Okay. Yeah, I haven't even got super strength activated anyway, so I need to try and get some small handheld bale mods. Give me 1 second. Okay, right. I had a quick look. I couldn't find it, and it's quite late, so I don't want to spend too much time faffing about, as Scruff would say. So I've just added them, and then we're just going to deduct the correct amount, and I mean the correct amount. I'm not doing a cheapo here. So 9,000 litres of straw costs 1,290. I have just added in 12 small bales, and each bale is 700 litres, by the way. So I've just added in very, very quickly 8,400. So I'm going to overcharge myself a little bit. I'm going to say we've just spent £1,200 on bales, and I'm just going to remove it. I don't want to spend too much time worrying about it. So £1,200. That's a lot of money, isn't it, for straw? £1,200 we've just spent on straw, but we need it. We need it. We've got to look after the cows, haven't we? And the good thing is, realistically now, I can still hand load them, and I can still move them by hand as well, which is what I wanted. Now, maybe the cow barn will just accept the whole damn lot. I don't know. It probably will, won't it, to be honest. But at least we haven't had to drive the man up here. We don't actually own a bale fork or a spike, so we would have to spend money just to load up the bales. Oh, do you know what? Let's have a go at this a minute, shall we? Right, what do we reckon today? I'm going to try crouching down and seeing if I can go. Let's try a bit of an angle. Oh, yeah, I think that's my record. Boom, and go on. I thought it was going to maybe get another one. Okay, 6, new record. 6 cones. Felt like I got a bit of like side spin on it that time. Right, anyway, so I'm not going to lie, I came out here, spawned these bales in, stacked them relatively neatly. I did quite a good job stacking them, didn't I? And then obviously that's why we manually deducted what it cost us. But right, cool. So we just got to chuck these in. I bet I don't do it quite so neatly when I load them up. Why did I put the trailer that far away? That was very silly of me. But yeah, this is good. So we have already got the cow trailer. Now, annoyingly, it just does one at a time. And that's a bit annoying. But we've only got 2 to move, so it's no biggie, is it? But I would like to now start thinking about, let's make the most of it now. Let's get some more. And hopefully get them to start breeding, because that becomes free money. Now I do hope that there's still milk machines as well, because they've been pretty damn good for us with milk. And I don't know whether or not that's just because they're good at producing milk, or that cow barn in general was just kind of, yeah, its milk productions linked to the barn are better. We will soon find out. Right, anyway, yeah, as you can tell, this is not as neat as how I stacked them off camera, just to kind of make it look pretty for you. But I don't really care about what they look like on the trailer, as long as they strap in, which I'm sure they will. Brilliant. Right, and we have got hay bale as well, haven't we? Quite a few hay bales. How on earth did I open that flappy bit? Oh, okay, that does that. What did I do? Oh, I've just figured out how to open the door. I could not figure that out the other day. What about that flappy bit? Oh, there we go. Cool. Right, anyway. Stop mucking around. We're doing alright for fueling this, aren't we? Yeah, it's not too bad. We're over here at the shop. Right, let's head on back. I think when we do this, you know, put the straw in, maybe stick a bit of hay in. If it will accept the hay and the straw before you put the cows in, I don't know. Maybe it won't. I think some barns don't. But at least we've got everything ready to go. We'll just get the cows moved over. I will have a little peeky in a moment as well and just try and figure out roughly how many minutes into the episode we are and how much chatting I've been doing, because I am starting to chat a bit too much, I feel, maybe. I don't know. If you've watched the Farmer's Life, I keep saying the Farmer's Life because I feel like it should be the or a Farmer's Life, but it's not. It's literally Farmer's Life. If you've watched Farmer's Life and you've seen that kind of non-edited version of me kind of talking rubbish and my cat's in the background running in and out of the cat flap and beating each other up, and yeah, just kind of it's like an uncut version. I think I avoided swearing though. But what did you think of it anyway? Does it show a different side to me, or does it show the same side as me? Just with pauses in the meantime? I don't know. It certainly was a nice feeling though to be able to just get on and kind of talk, and yeah, hopefully the interest keeps up, because I would quite like to be, you know, someone who can start to do some streaming and start to talk to people live. I think that would be good. Right, anyway. This is awful brakes at the Fiat Agri. We'll unload the ducks while we are here. Let's turn the engine off. I need to remember to keep doing that. Let's go around the other side. Can I pull that out that gap? Oh, I don't know. I mean, realistically, I shouldn't do, should I? I can't anyway. Typical. Right, wow, ducks. You're coming with me a minute then. Let's just pull up in front of the cow barn. Let's go into this view. This will be our tester. Just how bad and how wide is this track? Is it enough? Is it enough? It is tight, by the way. I definitely need to do a better job at leveling it though, don't I? I'm going to be running over the slurry tank here. Let's go in this view. Yeah, it's about right though, actually. That is about right. That's what I wanted it to be. And don't forget, this tractor's like twice the width it should be because of them absolutely massive tyres. So yeah, so that's good. I'm happy with that. I just need to level it flat and figure out how I'm going to put that wall in. Walls aren't... they're not cheap, are they? In this game. Placing walls is not cheap. So that's an extra little bit of money, really, that we've got to put aside, I guess. Now, I am kind of hoping that it just accepts these. Yeah. So, what did that do? Oh, actually, it put 731 litres in, so they're a bit more than I thought. So, straw, when I pick it up, look at the bottom. Bale, owned by me, straw, 700 litres. Well, I've just put one in there, and it says 731 litres. So, I've profited 31 litres from a one bale. What about this one? Look, I've profited 62 litres out of 2 bales. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. Good, I like it. Now, in the last episode, which I did as, you know, it's pre-recorded, but as a live premiere, we had a really good chat, and I loved it, by the way. It's great to be able to chat to people. But you may have seen, if you were eagle-eyed, you may not have seen, but the second load of timber which I sold, when I went into the pause menu and I purposely left this bit in the recording, it was on easy mode. Now I don't know why, because when I checked the prices, they were kind of priced up like the normal mode. But I don't know, when I went into a pause menu it was on easy, and the prices of easy mode you get like 3,000 odd a litre. So I feel like maybe I gained a bit of extra money than what I should have done, and that would probably be why the second load, which I thought was tiny, kind of made so much money. Made more than what I thought, actually. So my my question is, or maybe I just want a couple of opinions, but do I tweak it? Do I take a couple of grand from myself? So I just deduct it to make up for that? Or do we just pretend that nobody's seen it and carry on going with this progression? I mean, 2 grand's not exactly much money, is it? It's nice to see some straw appear in here, by the way, but I don't feel like that is very much. So we are definitely going to need to start coming up with a better solution to getting straw. I can't be spending £1,200 a time. So let's have a look. Animal. It won't show me, will it? Or will it? No, because there's no cows in it, so I can't actually see how full it is. But what I do really like, though, is... Oh, that's a bit of a weird entrance. What I really like is how it's piled up in some areas there. You don't see that, do you? Look at that. Normally what you see is it just goes completely flush and flat right across the whole barn. This is cool. I might be a little bit sad, but for me that's just a little touch of realism. Just, you know, it looks almost like it's a bit of a bale just kind of still stuck together, not been separated properly. And what on earth's going on here? How is there crisp packets and crushed cans of drink on the floor? There have been some cows in here having a little party or something. Anyway, right, does it let me jump that? Yeah. Okay. Right. We need to get the ducks in. We'll do a little trial run, I guess, of the non-existent path, which will be here. Probably kill off a few weeds, actually. Might as well while we're running over them. Yeah, so that's roughly where the path's going to go eventually. Now, let's drop this here. Get the ducks into their new home. And I can probably, a bit more realistically, no. Oh, well that wasn't realistic, was it? It just started flying. Alright, let's take them off. Right, put them in as well. Oh, I just made a duck fly. If you run over them, I feel like they fly. That's quite funny, isn't it? Flying ducks. Right, anyway, stop mucking around. Chicken crate, there we go. Select 8 of those, move them into the husbandry. Amazing. This thing should start really pumping out some eggs now, you know. It should really pump them out. Now, what have we got? 110 pieces. That hasn't changed though, is it? That hasn't changed. But then in all fairness, every single duck pretty much was a duckling. Now, I feel like we've got 12 fully grown ducks, I want to say. 2... Yeah, so we got so now it should start pumping. Once these guys have had a bit of food and they feel a bit better, that should really start going for it. I'm gonna have to do something about that corn though. I don't know what. I might take the ducks out temporarily and delete and replace that in the exact same spot off camera, just so it refreshes. Yeah, I don't know. I think I mentioned that in the last episode. Maybe that's what I need to do. Right, we might as well continue to use the agri, just because the man, although the man's a bit more nimble and small for this sort of work, it's all the way out the other plot of land, and I cannot be bothered to walk all the way down there to get it. So, this is going to become our new temporary dumping ground for the trailers, and I need to figure out what have I done with the other one. What actually have I done with that? Ah, why would I have buried it? Brilliant. Right, we're going to have to move all of that now. Alright. Yeah, the Fiat Agri is not very nimble for this kind of work, to be honest with you. It is not a very, very good kind of yard shunter. It's just too large. Too large, too talky. It's a bit slow to get up to speed as well. But at least the man is always going to have its kind of place on the farm. So that's good. I like that. I like the idea of that. Now, this should all fit in quite nice. Oh dear. These trailers, they're just a nightmare to reverse, aren't they? Or is it just me? Maybe I'm just really bad. I don't think I am. They are just a pain to reverse. Right. Get off of there. Okay. Do you know, we still got a decent amount of fertilizer. So this is the fertilizer which was left from the contracts we did, which I think it was the last episode. I think we did them. So actually, what is there in there? There's 624 litres, and I realise, especially after, pretty sure NC give me some hints and tips and a bit of advice, that actually because of precision farming, I had the application rate set incorrectly. So I pretty much had the application rate of fertilizer on the max, which is what we would do in one of our own fields if it was particularly bad. But for a contract, you don't need to do it. So I probably used 2, maybe even 3 times as much fertilizer as I needed to complete those contracts, and that's why it was so expensive. So next time I do contracts, I'll oh, I didn't realise we had some seeds hidden there. Do you know, I think they've been there since like maybe the 2nd ever episode, and I just completely forgot about them. I could have used them, couldn't I, before? In fact, we have got a bag of seeds somewhere, haven't we? Right, anyway. Yeah, so next time we do some fertilizer contracts, which you never know, it might even be something we have to do in this episode, just to kind of top up the funds and hopefully buy the house. This is the last chance, by the way. If we don't get the house in this episode, then we got to pay another month's rent, which is fine, but I'd rather not. I would rather not. Potentially another thing, we have got the option to more than likely take out another loan. Now, I've already got 2. They're quite minimal because we've been making regular payments. You know, we're not behind. We're not badly in debt for definite. But I'd rather not take out another loan. However, at the same time, realistically, I've been in a situation before where I've had to take out another loan to help pay off kind of a new thing that's come up, or a new cost that's come to you. I think that's just the way it works, isn't it? So taking out another loan probably isn't unrealistic. Right, we're gonna have to do this one at a time. Okay, so this is the main machine. So we'll move her first. And as soon as she is in place, we will run over and grab a hay bale. Yeah, and make sure that her health doesn't drop, because that's my concern while she is producing. And I must remember, and I'm saying it now, there is a good chance that I won't remember, but I must remember to get the tanker and sell the milk before I actually destroy the old barn. That wouldn't be very good. That would not be very good at all. Now, yeah, so this bit here, by the way, difficulties on normal. I've never put it on hard. I never claimed for it to be on hard. I just didn't want it to be easy. I think it's too much. But yeah, when I checked it for some reason, it was on easy, and I know it hasn't been for the whole entire series, so I don't know why that happened. Whether that happened with playing online, with multiplayer, I'm not too sure. But anyway, where do I unload the animal? So that's milk. That is food. Oh, I just drove past it. I got to unload them in the doorway. Right. It's not very good. Right, okay. Let's go and test my reversing now. This trailer is a nightmare to reverse. It is an absolute nightmare. But we'll give it a go. It's so twitchy. You make one ever so slight adjustment on the steering wheel and it almost wants to do a 360 spin. No, this isn't bad actually. This isn't too bad. Oh, don't lose it at the end. Good. Right. So I can go here, yeah? Amazing. Right, let's pop you into your new home. Actually holds 30 cows, which is cool. Right, let's just jump back into here. So, health. This is the new one here. Okay, so the straw, it did nearly fill it actually, look, so that's not bad. So for about 1,500 quid at a time, we can fully fill it with straw if we're desperate. Now, let's get some hay in there. I noticed they're both on 84% health. I wonder, is that because I didn't put water in, maybe, in the last episode? I'm not sure. Right, let's go get some hay real quick. Actually, while I'm here, turn off interactive zone markers. That's better. I never like them. Right, let's get a couple of these. Okay, right, just the final bale now. That'll do it. I want to say maybe I've put 4 in, or maybe 5. I'm not sure. But that would definitely be enough. And they're never going to run out of water, which is great. It's going to cost me more money, I think, in the long run. But that's okay, right? So 2,658. So yeah, I think I must have put 5 bales. Just got to move that one down. And then I feel we will jump into the tanker. 2,729 litres of milk that we've got to sell, which is fantastic. We'll sell that. And then, by my calculations, at this point, we are probably on 37 minutes, maybe. It'd be interesting to know how close I am. Although, of course, I could be exactly right because I'll just edit it to make myself exactly right. So, yeah, I'm going to say we're about 37 minutes into it. And I think we'll just end the episode on. I'm pretty sure with the sale of the milk, and hopefully we'll get a bit back for the cow barn, we can finish on building the little wooden shack. Our new home, which will mean next episode we will not have to pay rent. It also means I won't, off camera at the end of every recording, have to drive one of the tractors all the way back to that house just so I can start the next recording with it on the driveway. It's either that or I have to walk every morning when I start the game up. So that would be nice, I wouldn't have to do that anymore. Right, anyway, stop the engine. This thing seems to be drinking fuel. Let's get you in there, select you, pop you into the livestock trailer. There you are. And we'll do the same again. This time I won't drive too far. And then yeah, we'll start making some final little plans to end the episode, I think. Select, move you into the husbandry. Boom. Cool. Ideal. Yeah, good. I think, by the way, this trailer is perfectly... Oh, God, see what I mean by how hard they are to reverse? I think this trailer is perfectly fine. Kind of parked straight up against that wall. Don't think for a minute that's a problem. And it's pretty old and beaten up anyway, so it's not like that really needs to be in shelter, is it? Let's just jump out. Oh, there you go. It sits quite nice as well on kind of flat ground. Right, good. Cool. Right, let's head back. We'll do a little spin around here, I think. So I need to get the water tanker. I say water tanker. I need to get the tanker to fill the milk, to then sell the milk. I need to place the house, which we should have enough to do. And to be honest, I'm only going to lose out in manure if I don't get a kind of very, very small manure heap kind of from the silo section in place. Now, it's funny, there's been 2 almost perfectly timed mods this week. One of them is a very small wooden manure. That's already spazzing out like that, by the way. That's not. I didn't just hit it. Just for reference. I might hit it now though. No, see, I'm not hitting it. Definitely not. But I am hitting the shed. Oh dear. Yeah, sorry. So going back to it again, I got carried away then. I do that a lot, don't I? What is it trying to connect? Jump over that. Jump over. Okay. Now I'm stuck. Oh dear. Jump over. Yeah, very small wooden manure heap, which was really, really cheap actually. So we'll have a look in a minute. I say really cheap. I think it's like £2 grand. That's a small capacity, 40,000 litres, which sounds like a lot. That really isn't. Not for manure, not the rate it produces manure. But what it would just mean is we'll have to get the bucket and we'll have to move the manure out of the way so that we can continue to put more manure in the heap. So we'll almost end up with a second manual heap of manure, which is fine. I'm not worried about doing stuff like that. And then also what I did notice was, you know, when we're talking about bunker silos for the silage, there's some straw bunker silos now. So it's basically loads of straw bales. And yeah, I mean that's... There we go, it's filling. That's good because it's much, much cheaper than that. The only thing that put me off of that big wooden one is it was big. It was absolutely massive. Far bigger than what we would ever need on that small plot of land. But because it was wooden, it kind of suited it. It suited the style, the theme of the series. And that's what really stood out for me. But 17.5 grand, I think I said. This one I'm pretty sure is 5. Which sounds much more reasonable. Definitely sounds much more reasonable. Now, let's head to the dairy. Oh, almost pulled out in front of some of them. Okay, here we are. Sell point is just about here somewhere. There we go. I am just going to have a quick look though and see if we are in the absolute best place. Yeah, I mean the bakery, again, it's a tiny bit more, but honestly it would cost us that in fuel. So 1,366 is only £3 less than its absolute maximum, to be honest. So that's pretty good. And just before I do it again, I'm just going to sun it because I'm doubting myself now. It is still on normal. I don't know why. I'm a bit annoyed with myself that it was on easy. But I'm not going to lie, but part of me thinks just pretend I didn't see it. So how much is this going to give us? Probably not enough to get the house. No. But that's still very good, isn't it? Those cows, they've made us £4 grand. Even with that very small cow shed, they've easily doubled their value, I reckon. They've doubled profit compared to what we spent on buying them. Now, let's just leave this here for a moment. And I'm going to head into construction mode. I'm conscious now, this is, let me have a look, 45 minutes, roughly, at this point. So we kind of need to be there, don't we? I think I like to keep these, as a maximum, I think 50 minutes works quite well. I know that I've done sort of an hour-long one at one point. But yeah, it's nice you can see where the tracks are going to go eventually. That works quite well. Anyway, right, come on. Right, 3,182 we can sell it for. We've lost a bit of money on that, but there's no point it being there, is there? So, yes, let's get rid of it. Brilliant. And it's been amazing, by the way, so thank you, little cheap wooden cow shed. But you've done what I need you to do, so now you can bugger off. And on here, farmhouses. I don't know if I've actually showed you. Look at all of these extra ones. Never actually used them. I don't know if I've ever showed you the farmhouse mod which I want to use, and it's here somewhere. This one. I don't know if I did show you. I might have done, I might not have done. The only one thing I don't like about this is it doesn't have a window where you would want the window to be. So I kind of wanted the window to be sort of where my mouse is, because that's what you would see. Which is pretty cool, that view there in the distance there. That is pretty cool. But it's fine. It is what it is. So what I'm thinking is we'll put the house something like that. Or maybe I could put it like that. I mean, that could work, couldn't it? I don't know what that kind of weird thing is there to the left as well. It must be some sort of like water tower or something. Don't know. My concern is it gonna... Is the ground there to the left hand side gonna... Wow, is it gonna affect it? I don't want to go inside the house and find that it's bloody sticking up. That would be odd. Right, I reckon that could kind of work, you know. Yeah, I reckon that does work. And we can afford it. Shall I do it? Shall I do it? I've done it. I've done it. So it's too late now, isn't it? And what I like to say is, stick with what you're given. I've placed it. It's done. It's dusted. Right. Go on. Head on back. I'm quite excited about this. So what this does mean is we don't need to go back to that other house now. We don't need to pay rent. Do you know, I can't remember. I can't remember. Back in the first... Maybe it was the first ever episode of this. I mean, it was 32 episodes ago, don't forget. But did I charge myself a deposit for that house? I can't remember. Did I pay 2 months rent up front? I mean, it feels like something I would have done, because I was very much trying to keep it as realistic as possible, especially in the first couple of episodes. So I feel like that's something I would have done. But then, at the same time, if I did pay a deposit, the fact that I'm not given 1 month's notice to move out probably means you'd lose your deposit anyway, yeah? So I think I'll just forget about that. So the house is done and dusted. We are now moving on to bigger and better things, I guess. Definitely. Right, now, I'm just going to leave this out tonight. There's no rain scheduled. I'm sure it can handle a bit of rain. What is this going to look like? Did I do a good job placing it? That's the question. I think so. So we've got a nice little carport here. Not that we have a car. Cool. And it is interactive. Maybe I need to, I mean, yeah. So some of this stuff's flying a bit, I want to say. I think that's flying a little bit. Let's go in and have a look. Look at this, look. God, it's even got my sofas from Bally Spring. It's quite handy, isn't it? And a load of free donuts. What's in there? Bedroom. I mean, that's comfy for a little Lego person. Look at that. That's not a bed, is it? Surely. Oh my goodness, that is awful. Oh, nice movable bag. I do like those ones. Okay, I'm assuming actually, is that a wardrobe? Something's happening. Yep. Cool. Oh, that'd be good. I could simulate if it's raining. I have to put my coat on. That'd be a good little touch for keeping it real, wouldn't it? And if it's too hot, I can bring the fan a bit closer as well. Anyway, come on, it's not roleplay. So what's in here then? This just must be a random bathroom. Cool. Well, I quite like it actually. I do like it. And the reason I changed my mind and placed it here... Oh dear, it's deleted some of our bushes though. I'll have to fix that. But actually, you kind of get a little bit of a view out the window, don't you? Sort of. You have to climb on the worktop to see it, but... Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, I need to do a little bit of tweaking here, don't I? I need to put the bushes back firstly. That's kind of important. We're a bit We're a bit open here, aren't we? In theory, I free placed that. I didn't think it would have removed the bushes, so I'm not going to do that as a charge. I'm just going to put them back. I'm just going to fix that. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Cool. Wow. That actually looks pretty good. Doesn't look like a house. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't. I think I need to plant a tree there to hide that ugly thing. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Anyway, we are done. Thank you very much for watching, as always. And yeah, I look forward to the comments. I look forward to chatting to everyone. So I'll speak to you very soon. Until the next one, cheers and gone.